Past instances in which Kenya has been faced with devastating floods during heavy rains and drought during seasons of poor rainfall has seen the country put in place measures to help guide the process towards environmental sustainability.
And right now we are working on our climate change policy and bill. And you see, these governance instruments, once they are in place, we are going to respond to global calls, not from the point of view of being followers, but being the leaders. We have thought through our issues, we know our problems, and we understand how we should tackle them.
Environment Secretary Dr. Alice Kaudia says such efforts can only be sustained through ensuring adequate funding that is earmarked towards mitigation, adaptation, and today realize the loss and damage in terms of compensating those affected by extreme weather events.
With respect to funds for climate change, in fact, we want to have them ring-fenced and earmarked, and to be completely devolved from the standard development assistance. But what we want is that nations appreciate that we need to adapt to climate change, we need to mitigate against climate change, but for us to do so, we need finance.
She now wants the global community to adhere to international conventions and instruments to effectively cater for losses due to the vagaries of weather.
Climate change does not favor any country globally. The impacts cut across rich, poor, wealthy, developed or developing, and therefore it is our expectation that at the end of it all, we are going to have a future agreement that will be very accommodative with respect to the needs of the developing countries.
She's appealing to developed countries to take responsibility in providing funds that will help communities and poor countries address today's challenges brought about by climate change.
We are ambitious that issues to do with loss and damage associated with climate change, issues to do with adaptation to climate change, should be treated as global responsibility, whereby, according to the convention, developed countries take responsibility to support those of us in developing countries to respond to adapt to climate change.
As climate experts and activists adapt new buzzwords, loss and damage, it will be a long time coming before the world community finds a solution to climate change and the vagaries that come with climate change. I'm Judith Akolo in Warsaw, Poland.